Is it possible that we have reached the age of refinement in the foldable phone story? With the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4, Samsung apparently hasn't tried to reinvent the genre or radically alter the foldable's design and display. Instead, this latest Galaxy Z device brings a number of small but welcome design enhancements over the Z Fold 3, plus a new processor and upgraded camera array. All of this adds up to a handset that's lighter and thinner than its predecessor and generally even better equipped to serve as a traditional 6.2-inch Android 12 handset that just happens to pack an expensive flexible 7.6-inch display inside. This is a do-everything device that presents few compromises. Yes, the Galaxy Z Fold 4 is, when folded, noticeably thicker than your average smartphone. It's nearly double the thickness of the Samsung Galaxy S22. And the cover screen is a little narrower than the displays on most Android handsets, but these are small prices to pay for a phone that's productivity friendly while being able to slip easily into a pocket when folded. Samsung has really leaned into productivity possibilities via an update to its One UI software. Now, in addition to supporting multiple apps simultaneously, up to 4 at a time on screen, including one floating window, you have a new customizable app dock at the bottom of the screen from which you can drag out apps to launch them. It even supports S Pen input, but more on that, yes, but with a big caveat detailer later. The cameras are excellent and familiar, with Samsung essentially borrowing the Samsung Galaxy S22's camera array and slapping it on the back of the Galaxy Z Fold 4. Do we wish that $1,799 handset came with the absolute best camera technology Samsung has to offer? Of course, but we don't think many people will miss the 10x zoom or 100x space zoom options. Power-wise, the Galaxy Z Fold 4 features the best mobile CPU Qualcomm currently has to offer, the Snapdragon 8 Plus Generation 1, backed by 12MB of RAM. This chip isn't quite powerful as Apple's A15 Bionic, but Qualcomm is closing the gap, and based on our testing, the chip has all the power you need for most typical tasks and enough headroom for more CPU-intensive ones like editing 8K video streams. This is also an Apple gaming device and a real pleasure to use when it comes to a good Netflix binge. It's an attractive handset both when it's closed and you are looking at the cover screen, and when unfolded into its larger tablet mode because the hinge is less prominent than on the Z Fold 3. You can also fool yourself into believing that this is just another non-folding handset. Sure, the crease on the inside screen is still visible, and you will feel it when swiping your fingers along the display, but again, these are fair trade-offs for having a folding glass screen. As in the main screen, there is a punch hole cutout for the selfie camera, although this one isn't hidden with magic pixels. Thanks to the new larger dimensions, this is now a genuinely usable and useful screen. It's not multitasking friendly, but it's good for email, web browsing, chat apps, social media, and as a viewfinder for the camera array on the back. Overall, we are pleased with the updated cover display, which gives the whole device a more traditional handset look and feel. The cover screen has also gotten an upgrade. It's still a 6.2-inch dynamic AMOLED screen, but now it's 2.7mm wide. The cover screen has also gotten an upgrade. It's still a 6.2-inch dynamic AMOLED screen with 2316 into 904 resolution compared to the Z Fold 3's 2268 into 832 resolution, but now it's 2.7mm wider than the cover screen on the Galaxy Z Fold 3. It also has an adaptive refresh rate, though in this case it's 48Hz to 120Hz. As on the main screen, there is a punch hole cutout for the selfie camera, although this one isn't hidden with magic pixels. Thanks to the new larger dimensions, this is now a genuinely usable and useful screen. It's not multitasking friendly, but it's good for email, web browsing, chat apps, social media, and as a viewfinder for the camera array on the back. Overall, we are pleased with the updated cover display, which gives the whole device a more traditional handset look and feel. As with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3, which used the Samsung Galaxy S21's camera array, the Z Fold 4 adapts its main camera array from the Galaxy S22. It has the same sensors underneath, though they are backed by a slightly more powerful CPU here and the same lenses. There is also a selfie camera on the cover screen and a low-grade selfie camera under the large main screen. Here is the full list of cameras: 12 megapixel ultra wide with 123-degree field of vision, f2.2 aperture, 50 megapixel wide f1.8 aperture, 10 megapixel telephoto with f2.4 aperture, and cover has 8 megapixel f2.2 aperture, and main screen has 4 megapixel f1.8 aperture focus length. All of these cameras are quite good, especially the triple array, matching the expectations we built after reviewing the Samsung Galaxy S22. The light gathering capabilities are exceptional. The colors pop maybe a tiny bit too much, but that's Samsung for you. And the portrait mode is exquisite. 3x optical zoom is effective, and the digitally assisted and optically and digitally stabilized space zoom is also quite good. Low light and night photography are also impressive. Slight disappointment sets in though when you consider that your $1,799 folding phone doesn't have the best cameras Samsung has to offer. You will find those on the stellar Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, so there is no 108 megapixel main camera or a 10x optical zoom here, and space zoom tops out at 30x. The selfie camera on the cover screen is good, and the one on the main screen is better than serviceable. We used it for photos, and in a Google Meet session there are lots of video recording options all the way up to 8K 60 FPS, although that's only useful if you have a good 8K TV to display it. 4K video looks great, and you can also record in slow-mo. The camera app offers quick access to a wide array of shooting options, including Pro mode, which lets you control settings such as shutter speed and white balance. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, feel free to share it to friends and keep watching Best Buy to get your top-notch day-to-day commodities.